get there. No, we don't have any loads with that load number, I'm sorry, but we do have some freight that, you know, if you want to put it on there, you can take it. Good morning, everyone. It's about 7 a.m. on Sunday morning, and I'm on the Ohio Turnpike heading over to Constantine, Michigan to pick up a load. That's going down to North Carolina, and I'm told anyway that this place in Michigan will load on Sunday, so I should be there here in the next couple of hours. We'll get loaded and start heading south. I don't really know what I'm picking up. I think, given where I'm picking up, I believe that it's going to be another paper load. But I'll be happy if I can just get loaded and get rolling within, you know, just a couple of hours. I don't want to waste all day. Just finished a 34-hour reset, and I don't like having my time wasted, although it often is. So I'm hoping that these guys will live up to what I've been told and get you in, get you out. But this is part of the country that I enjoy traveling through, because, you know, I grew up in agriculture. My grandfather was a very big watermelon farmer in Florida, and a big corn grower and soybean grower. And my father was Massey Ferguson farm equipment dealer. And so agriculture is kind of home for me of sorts. And I ride around the country anytime I get opportunity to travel off the interstate and be more in rural America. I really like that, and it's, you know, it's, to me, it's a more enjoyable ride. You're not just buzzing along on the interstate. You're able to see things in places you otherwise may not see. Like one time here, well, I don't know, a year and a half ago, I just, luck of the draw, I guess, it took me right through Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, and I got to see that battlefield and everything. And, you know, you don't get to see that when you're traveling on the interstate. But when I get a chance to get off of the big road and be out among the corn crops and things like that, to me, that's very relaxing. I really enjoy that. You know, on some occasions, from time to time, you might be able to find a place that has truck parking that you can pull off and sit down and enjoy a meal at a local restaurant or something. You know, that's just, to me, that's kind of a treat, because you don't get to do that every day. I will kind of keep you updated as we head over towards Constantine, Michigan to pick up this load. about 1 mile out from our exit, heading to our first pickup, and it's starting to give us a little bit of a shower. We've got 2 pickups on this load. First one is in Constantine, Michigan.
In half a mile,
And the second one is going to be about 8 miles up the road in Three Rivers, Michigan. And we're approaching our exit right now. State Road 13 in Indiana is also US Highway 131. And we got a toll booth here to get off the turnpike in Indiana. Hopefully this rain holds off until after I'm loaded. But if not, we'll deal with it if and when it comes. One thing about this area of Indiana, there's a lot of Amish around here, and oddly enough, there's apparently quite a bit of RV manufacturing in this part of the country.
Left, follow signs for Constantine.
But I always enjoy coming to these places where you see a lot of Amish.
Then continue on to US 131 North.
Not something you see every day. But we're about 7, maybe 8 miles from our pickup in Constantine. As soon as it's clear, we'll get moving.
Continue on US 131 North for 5 miles.
So we'll get on up the road here and get this load picked up. What's the name of the place we're looking for?
Dark Mystics.
Well, this turned into an adventure. I was supposed to pick up a load in Constantine, Michigan, and then go 8 miles up the road to Three Rivers, Michigan, and pick up the remainder of my load. When I get there, Constantine loads me with their part, and then they tell me, well, you need to go up to Eunice to get the rest of it. I'm like, no, I was told I need to go to Three Rivers. Well, Three Rivers may have it, but probably not. You're going to have to go to Eunice. I'm thinking, where in the world is Eunice? I've never heard of Eunice. And so I go on up to Three Rivers. This is on Sunday. No, sir, we don't have anything for you here. We don't have any loads with that number. Okay. Where's Eunice? Who's Eunice? I was told I needed to go, I might have to go to Eunice. No idea who that is or where that is. Okay. Well, it turns out that it's actually Eunice Avenue in Parchment, Michigan, which is a suburb of Kalamazoo. And it was only about 35 miles or so, 35, 40 miles north. I drive up to Parchment, to that Eunice Avenue location. Get there. No, we don't have any loads with that load number, I'm sorry. But we do have some freight that, you know, if you want to put it on there, you can take it. So they check my trailer. Oh, we can't. We have to reject this trailer. It's full of glass and metal. Like glass and metal. That's impossible because I just hauled a load of paper for graphic packaging. Ain't no glass and metal in that truck. So I go on about my business, you know, and call in, let them know, hey, you know, this load don't exist. You know, what am I supposed to do? Well, the weekend guy, he don't know what to do. So I just go over to, I think it's called Alma, Michigan. There's a Love's there on US 131. So I went there and shut down for the night, had a shower, washed clothes, you know, just relax. And the next morning, I'm getting called, wanting to know what was going on. So I told them, you know, what my experience was. Well, go back over there. Why do I need to go back there? Maybe you need to get the trailer washed out. The trailer is partially loaded with paper, so it ain't getting washed out. And so then they tell me, well, let me call you back. So about an hour passes, and then finally I get called back. You need to go down to Three Rivers and they'll load you. Are you sure? Yes, I just got off the phone with them. You go back down to Three Rivers and they'll load you. Okay. So drive the 35, 40 miles back down to Three Rivers. Guess what? No load. So one guy, he says, let me go in and call the office and see what's going on, see if I can help you out. Okay. He comes back about 10 minutes later, 15 minutes later. I just got off the phone with him. You need to go back to Constantine. Seriously? I was just there yesterday, came here, went to Kalamazoo, came back here, and now I got to go back to where all of this started. Okay. So I drive back down the 8 or 10 miles back down to Constantine. Get there, check in, tell the guy what's going on. First he tells me, well, these papers you gave me really don't tell me much. Back in door number 7 and let me take a look at what all you got on there, and then we'll see if we can get it figured out. Okay. So before I get to my truck, he comes running out the door, and he gets up to the truck and tells me, "Hey, I found the rest of your load." Now in Constantine, it's an old metal building and then a new metal building. It's all connected. He says, "You need to go to this new building over here, that big building, any door, just back into any door, and they'll get you loaded." All right. So I backed into the door and, did everything they told me to do, slides, tandems, chocolate wheels, that kind of thing. And lo and behold, in about 10 minutes, they started loading me. I went through all of that when all I needed to do in reality was just go from this dock door down to the other end of the same building to another dock door. But apparently nobody in any organization knew that. This young guy, I didn't catch his name, but young guy that actually made a phone call, talked to some people, started putting things together. He actually figured out what was going on and what I needed to do. So kudos to him. But the reason I'm telling you all this goes back to what I've said in previous videos. Communication. The key to any relationship being successful. The key to any relationship, having any chance of working, regardless of whether it's a personal relationship or a business relationship, you have to communicate. You have to talk to one another. And don't be afraid to share information. Because when it comes to business, there's really no such thing as too much information, in my opinion. Because, whenever you got people coming in from out of town, out of state, and they're trying to pick up loads that you're shipping out to here and there and yonder, the more information you can give those people, the better off you are, the better off they are. So, anyway, this turned into a wild goose chase, running me all over God's country, and I could have just been at one place, in and out, saved myself a day and quite a few miles. But it is what it is. But anyway, I just wanted to share and communicate that information with you. You guys take care. I'm going to get up here and get unloaded. I'll see you down the road. Bye.